Hello and thanks for your company on this week's edition of Take Two as we have a look back over the past week of racing on our New South Wales provincial and country tracks. And a busy program is coming up tonight.
Monday racing at Grafton on the 22nd of September, beautiful conditions. And track was absolutely enormous, but just a brilliant day, wasn't it?
It was, and we got no clouds, no rain. We had a bit of rain earlier before the meeting and went to a heavy 10, back to a soft 5. Track played very well and there's some nice horses there.
Yeah, I found one coming out of race too. She was a naughty girl. It was DOD. Now, we'll pick her up coming to the corner. She's near last on the fence. She's in the maroon colours of the mat, done with a white cap. Watch how much ground she makes up.
To the 350, Need for Speed, hard up along the inside, it's a half in front, Corona Storm second, Sugar Road third, down the outside was We Do Remember, the widest runner is Queen Doris of Assam, and DOD sneaks up along the inside, but inside the 150, Need for Speed bounds away, DOD to second, but Need for Speed in front, Need for Speed, a length and a half, DOD second.
Yeah, what I mean about a naughty girl, came out of the gates and took about 2 hops and then dropped her head. Now, that replay doesn't show it, but I can tell you now, she really got into it.
Yeah.
And she was a long way off, and she was not entitled to run second.
Yeah, she's never done that before either, no. So it might have been just a problem with a saddle or a girth, might have pinched her a little bit. And we spoke to Jake Bayliss after the race, and he said he'd give her a bit of a spur out of the gates to try and get her going, and she might not have liked it.
Yeah, she made up an enormous amount of ground, so I think if she can reproduce anything like that, she won't be far at all. She wins the race.
Yeah, definitely. My Take Two horse comes out of race 3. This is a number 8, Immortal Storm. You pick him up. He's outside the leader with the grey and green colours with the yellow cap.
Inside the 200, the inside Midwest Princess. On the outside was Immortal Storm, and on the extreme outside was Rich Star, Immortal Storm, Midwest Princess. Flying up along the inside was Prestige Yui. Photo finish. Prestige Yui or Midwest Princess, followed by Immortal Storm.
Yeah, Gary, that was a good run. He trialled back in July. He's had one jump out since. He over-raced along the back. He pulled too hard. He was kind of leading by half a length, which is unsuitable. I think with this run under his belt today, it'll just tame him down a little bit. He probably needs to a couple of more runs to kind of settle down a bit, but I think you can follow him his next start.
He's too good a sort not to gallop, isn't he?
Well, he's a lovely big horse.
Big, strong horse.
Yeah, he's just a bit aggressive at the moment. That's the only thing I'm worried about, so they'll probably have to keep him at shorter distances at this stage, but he'll be ready to go next start.
Right, now mine will come out of race 2, DOD. You follow her from the Mad Gun Yard. She won't be far off winning a race, providing she does everything right.
Yep, Immortal Storm out of race 3 for me.
They're our Take Two horses coming out of Grafton's meeting on Monday, the 22nd of September.
Racing was at Narromine on Monday, the 22nd of September, a 7-race program run on a heavy 8 surface. It was a beautiful day, a bit windy, and at least the sun was shining, and I thought we might have got an upgrade in the track throughout the course of the day, but it certainly played in the heavy range, and found a couple of horses that we can follow going forward out of the meeting. The first of them comes up in race number 5, gelding by the name of Wonder Step. Now, Gaynor Williams has this horse absolutely flying at the moment. He put together back-to-back wins earlier this preparation at Cowra and also at Dubbo. He stepped up in grade last time and went to Gundagai, but back in a benchmark 58 today. He didn't have the best of luck. His work over the concluding stages was very good. Ultimately, he finishes second behind Simply Better.
Wonder Step had to be checked off heels. It's coming home well and further out Simply Better. Wonder Step's coming quickly now. They hit the line. Simply Better maybe over Wonder Step.
He didn't have the best of luck there at all, Wonder Step. He did a really good job to finish in second place, and the way that Gaynor Williams has got him going, a win certainly won't be too far away for him. The second horse to follow out of today's meeting is a gelding by the name of Silent Ace, trained by Matt Griffith. He went around in race number 6 on the program. He was dropping from the 1400 back to 1300 today. He's usually been ridden on speed in his runs to date, but today he was ridden back in the field. Thought he did a really good job. He finishes second here behind Shadow Dane. And the way he finishes off tells you the win's not too far away.
Silent Ace is getting home all right. Out of Candy, the leader. On the outside, Shadow Dane is trying to get there. Shadow Dane is coming quickly now. Over on the inside on Nology. Here comes Silent Ace with a big run. Shadow Dane's in front, and Shadow Dane beats Silent Ace.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise that he was ridden as far back as he was there, but he finished off the race very, very well. He's only lightly raced. Today was his 4th start. And he's eligible for easier. He's a Class 1 horse that was going around in a Class 2 there. So no doubt Matt Griffith will find the perfect race for him going forward, and another win won't be too far away. So the 2 horses to follow out of Narromine today are Wonder Step and Silent Ace.
Tari Racing Tuesday the 23rd of September. We have beautiful conditions on track. We're on a soft 5 surface and the rail was out in the 3 metre position. As you'd expect, did make things easier for horses up on top of the speed.
Yeah, it certainly did, but we still managed to find a few nice horses to follow out of the meeting. The first of those is mine, which comes out of race number 3. It was Talk About Layla. She was a 3-year-old filly by microphone. She finds a nice position, midfield, one off the fence. There was a good early speed. She comes off the bridle a long way from home. She's in the Australian bloodstock colours.
Into the straight, Take a Break, race to the lead. Sotono Invaders in hot pursuit, and likewise as Talk About Layla on the outside, but Sotono Invader races to the front. Talk About Layla to second, but it's Sotono Invader too good, the fave, racing clear. Sotono Invader has beaten second Talk About Layla.
I thought she did a really good job on debut, particularly on a track where it was difficult to make ground. She just found the stablemate a little sharp in the run home, but she won't be far off breaking her maiden.
Yeah, and the winner looks pretty smart also, so I thought her debut effort was quite credible. I found one out of race 5 as Rommel's Wolf. You spot him in the blue and red. He was very slow into stride. He's not a noted first up performer, but he was first up without a trial today. Look at the ground he makes late to run third.
Up towards the home turn, Queen of a Hand in front, swings the bend 3/4 of a length. Now bullocking into the clear as So Kobe, followed by Water Rush, and on the outside Toiga. It's Queen of the Hand at the 200, leads a half length. So Kobe grinding away, Toiga on the outside, but Queen of a Hand is in front. It's holding So Kobe, Queen of the Hand dashing away, Queen of the Hand by 2, second So Kobe, third. A great run, Rommel's Wolf.
I thought he'd done a great job. All in all, it was a pretty hot field, pretty strong Class 3 over the 1,000. He'll be better suited over further, and I think if he can back that run up, he'll be winning a race quickly this preparation.
Yeah, Run suggested he's come back perhaps a little bit better this preparation. If he can build off that performance, he won't be far off winning one.
Certainly. So Talk About Layla and Rommel's Wolf are the 2 horses you want from Tari.
We had Tuesday racing out of Leeton, a 7-race program, the Stan Axtell Memorial taken out by Future Fun, a first up winner, one of many tight finishes for the day. And one of the other really close finishes was a real nail biter. There was nothing between them. Was Altrove running second. There was just a split hair in it. It dug really deep. Now, this galloper leads for Glen Carl as we picked them up, and just wasn't able to hold off Sundrop, but it tried its heart out. Look, it's a 6 times winner. Most of his best performance has been on a wet track, but it showed back on this good surface today it can win again shortly. So Altrove, gallant in defeat, running second.
Altrove in front at the top of the straight, led from Danish Azar. Sundrop got the split in the middle and starts to charge home. Then Way Too Divine and Kermarat's running on. Altrove still in front with 150 metres left to go. Sundrop really has to pin the ears back and try hard. It's Altrove in front. Sundrop slowly getting there. Altrove and Sundrop photo. Sundrop put a dive in on the line. It's a photo between Sundrop and Altrove.
Really good again. She's been a great money spinner for Connections. The trainer Rob Wellington has done a great job with her, and she can win again very, very shortly. The other horse to follow, and it's an obvious one. It was the win of the day. It was on debut. Its name is How We Do It. It was a first starter by Yes, Yes, Yes. I loved its performance. It was cluttered away. Pierre Boudvillin. He's in a bit of an awkward spot on the favourite as we pick him up. He's back on the fence, just looking for runs. But when this horse got clear, its acceleration was exceptional for a horse having its first start. For mine, he looks up to midweek city class. The stable's saying they've trialled him up in Sydney, made him lead, made him sit back, and that paid dividends. He was our most impressive winner of the day.
How We Do It's chasing them down. He moved up, he took the front from Commanding Shadow, then Rita Red, and on the inside, Carnival Girl. But How We Do It, how easy for How We Do It. Good win on debut.
Dominant. I'm not sure what Danielle and the team will do with him, but he'll probably might head to Goulburn or Canberra for his next start, and then maybe a midweek race after that. So look for him. He can go through his grades fairly quickly. Another promising horse for the Danielle stable is How We Do It. My other Take 2 horse is Altrove out of this meeting from Leeton on Tuesday.
Take two time racing was at Hawkesbury this Thursday, the 25th of September. It was a beautiful day for racing. We had 8 races on the card. We started off on a good 4 surface, but we had an upgrade throughout the afternoon and ended up on a good 3 track. I've picked out a couple of horses that I'm keen to follow moving forward. The first horse I want to highlight went around in race number 2. The Class 1 over 1,500 metres. Strawberry Impact was second up from a spell today. Had a big weight. Covered a bit of extra ground, but I like the way he finished off.
The straight now, Preferred Diamonds looming up quickly. Perfect Justice and Strawberry Impact's running on. So too Tambaloa getting off heels. Preferred Diamonds, Perfect Justice, Strawberry Impact. Tambaloa wide out. It's Strawberry Impact trying to get after Preferred Diamonds. Preferred Diamonds kicking though, and Preferred Diamonds is going to win from Strawberry Impact.
I think if the race was maybe 50 metres further, he might have been able to get the cash. Preferred Diamonds doing everything right, was simply too good on the day. But stick with him. I think once he steps out over a little further, he's going to be pretty hard to beat. The next horse I want to highlight went around in race number 3. Young Mr. Grace was having his first start in a race. He was sensationally back from the Brad Widdop stable. He was able to get up outside the lead and he had plenty on his rivals.
Into the straight now, Young Mr. Grace held together. He's looming up on the outside of the leader. About to be popped the question now, the short prize favourite. Off his back is Ivory Frost, followed by Miss Johansky, boxing on Tango on. Young Mr. Grace, he kicks away, 2 lengths in front now, and the favourite is looking good. In fact, he is home. Young Mr. Grace makes a winning start to its career.
Not sure that he beat a great deal today, but I think he's got a bright future. He'll be winning plenty more races. So the 2 horses to follow out of this Hawkesbury meeting this Thursday, the 25th of September, Strawberry Impact and Young Mr. Grace.
We had a few incidents, we had a few dramas at Goulburn on Thursday, but all's well that ends well here for this meeting, and a lot of racing coming up here as Goulburn as well. We've found a couple of prospective winners who'll probably feature here Tuesday week at the next meeting.
Yeah, you would think so. I've come up with one now. He was beaten about 3 lengths, but on a day where the wind caused absolute havoc. We saw right across the program in all races, horses were just going up and down in one spot, really struggling coming to the corner. So I thought there was a lot of merit in the horse's run that I found. That's Stock Road for Greg Hickman. Now he's lightly raced, still a maiden. He was first up at the 1,500 metres today. He ended up being posted 3 wide the entire trip and probably beaten by a few progressive horses. But the way that he stuck on, I thought was very game, as I said, facing that headwind the whole way. We'll have a look at him now in Greg's red and yellow colours.
Stock Road giving chase and 1 step closer, slipping up the inside. So Superior joined by Freddie Bassett. 1 step closer on the far side, making a race of it. Freddie's in front, but 1 step closer, driving hard, 1 step closer. Beat Freddie Bassett. So Superior third, Stock Road fourth.
But he was very brave in defeat there, and a horse that looks like obviously staying and getting out over a bit further, will certainly only suit him. So I think he can only improve second up into his prep.
We had a big maiden race here, didn't we? You know, Inglis, there was a $100,000 bonus attached to it. Where the Crown was successful for Danielle Saib, so an extra $100,000. Big money, isn't it?
It is. It's good seeing those.
Yeah, they are.
Off too.
Great concept. But I like the horse that ran second, Wolf Island, for Norm Gardner and the team. It's been right up there its last few runs. This horse was massive. It was caught 3 wide for young Glenn Carl, and it had the audacity to just keep fighting. It took Where the Crown, who was our favourite, a long time to get past it, but as we picked them up, it's the horse out widest, but geez, it was gallant in defeat.
And running on was Wolf Island and Ziggy Rose coming right down the outside. Gaelic Gem got to Raidalicious. Wolf Island chimed in, 150 to go. Gaelic Gem, Wolf Island, Where the Crown's out late. So Wolf Island's in front, Where the Crown, Ziggy Rose, Wolf Island, Where the Crown, Wolf Island and Where the Crown, Where the Crown. Where the Crown will beat Wolf Island.
Great performance, only raced it 5 times, 3 placings. It'll win a race very, very shortly. So mark it down, Wolf Island. And for Kayla, she liked the performance of Stock Road. Pretty strong there over the longer distance. There are 2 Take 2 horses out of this meeting from Goulburn on Thursday.
Friday racing at Lismore on the 26th of September. and it was Lismore Cup Day. And what a brilliant day the club produced. Good crowd and good racing right through the day.
Yeah, it was stunning. The track played a little bit on the speed leaderish a little bit, but at least we had good weather, Gary, and no rain.
What did you find, John?
Race 3, I come out with a horse called Ice Water. You'll pick him up now. He's the grey horse on the widest at the 600.
They come around the bend, short of 400 metres left to travel, and on the fence, Kamel tackled by Warrior Bay, who's into the clear when they reach the furlong. Ice Water's running on out wide, so is Andros. Warrior Bay at the 100, with Ice Water and Andros chasing. Andros in the centre, Warrior Bay the inside, Ice Water the outside, but Warrior Bay too strong. Warrior Bay beat Andros and Ice Water.
Yeah, he got bummed around at the top of the straight, Gary. He got that was his first go up over the 1500 a day. He probably should have nearly went close to winning if he didn't cop that bit of a bump, and the way the track played today didn't really suit him. I just think when he gets to Grafton, a mile or something like that, he'll be ready to go.
Right, mine comes out of race 5. It was Simo's Boy. Look, he was short. I'm going to give him another chance because it didn't go right for him, particularly out of the gates. We'll pick him come into the home turn. He's in the royal blue and the pink sleeves and pink cap. You watch the checkered passage he has down the running.
100 metres left to travel. Too Hot to Talk third, then Magic Sound. Honest Doll's very deep. Hostile La Vista comes to the outside. Simo's Boy behind them will have to get a move on. Too Hot to Talk went to Better Than Presley. 200 metres left to run. Too Hot to Talk went to the front. It's all over. Find the bookie. Too Hot to Talk drawing away. Will win by a space. Hostile La Vista second. Better Than Presley third. Simo's Boy on the inside, only fourth.
Yeah, no fault of Jet Newman's. He did that on debut. He stepped slow. He stepped slow again today. And she's had no luck on him down the run. I'm going to give him another chance because he's too good a sort of horse, and that was too good of a run to say he couldn't win a maiden.
I agree with you. I don't think the 2 checks down the straight cost him. I think it was the start that really cost him the race. He's still a colt, so it wouldn't surprise me if they actually make him 2 stone lighter very shortly. But horses need to jump out of the gates, and he needs to jump before he starts winning races.
No, you follow him. If he jumps, he'll be winning races. Simo Boy out of race 5.
Yep, Ice Water for me out of race 3.
And there are take 2 horses coming out of Friday's meeting at Lismore Cup on the 26th of September.
Take 2 time racing was at Scone this Friday, the 26th of September. We had 7 races on the card. Perfect conditions for racing. I picked out a couple of horses that I'm keen to follow. First horse I want to highlight went around in race number 6, the benchmark 74, a Peninsula from the Masara Gavin stable. Was coming off an unplaced effort in a highway at his previous start. He left his run late and came up just short.
Peninsula 4th, about to peel out. Next then was Great Point, Ballandary Sal. Bush Telegraph, well back as Epic Poem, and Flying Argyle coming to the outside. Ollie's Secret as the leader. Coming after it now is Earl of Bantry on the outside. Peninsula trying to join in. Great Point is joining in. Miss Passion trying to get up on the inside. Earl of Bantry hit the lead. Great Point is zooming home though. Great Point hit the lead. Peninsula late. Great Point, Peninsula. Oh, they've hit it very close together.
Nice performance from the informed Great Point. Was able to scramble home, but I'm sure you'd agree that was an eye-catching run from Peninsula, who wound up in second spot today. I think if he finds himself in a similar race, maybe over a mile next time out, he'll be very, very hard to beat. The second of the horses I want to highlight went around in the final event, race number 7, Lighthouse Lass from the John Ramsey stable. Had produced a slashing second-place finish at Muswellbrook last start. Today, again, got back, took a needle-eye opening down close to the fence and just found one better on the day.
Lighthouse Lass with the job to do. Then a Tenter and Dartbrook around the bend, and Fleetley and Dartbrook around the bend, and out wide Rebel Rhapsody strode to the lead. Lighthouse Lass has gone back to the inside trying to finish off. Telling is about 2 lengths off this leader. It's still Rebel Rhapsody in front. Lighthouse Lass and Telling are trying to get there, but Rebel Rhapsody is holding on close to the line, and Rebel Rhapsody gets in by 3/4. Lighthouse Lass, Telling.
She's just getting better and better, Lighthouse Lass, and she goes into the Black Book this afternoon. I think she'll be winning next time round. So the 2 horses to follow out of this Scone meeting for this Friday afternoon, Peninsula and Lighthouse Lass.
Take two from Kembla Grange on this Saturday the 27th of September. Track played a good 4. It was upgraded to a good 3 midway through the program. The rail was out 5 metres. I found a couple of horses to follow out of the early races. Made in Italy went around in race number 2. And Naughty Sort led pretty much all of the way and controlled the tempo of the race. Made in Italy, the Piero filly for Matthew Smith, settled back towards the rear in the yellow colours. And have a look at the way she finished off out wide.
300 metres left to go. Naughty Sort in front. Lady Yarrow, she just can't get there at the moment. On the inside, Don't Call Me Kathy's fighting on. Luda Bay's trying to chime in. Naughty Sort in front. 100 metres left to go. Lady Yarrow, she's trying hard. She's lifting. Naughty Sort's got a good kick though, and Naughty Sort beat Luda Bay, probably unlucky there, 3 wide the entire. Third place, Lady Yarrow just in front of the Flying Maid in Italy.
Very nice effort from her. And also Luna Bay, who was actually in the same trial as Made in Italy, finished off nicely there from the Richard and Will Friedman yard. And I think you can follow both of those youngsters as they progress in their career. I want to take you to race 5 now and have a look at Semi Breve. Ended up finishing in second position in a 1,200 metre midway maiden. Just really hit the 9 nicely. A mare here for Jason Coyle. She's only lightly raced. She gets home in the dark blue colours to finish second.
300 to run. It's still Gladstone Grande a length clear. Pacific Mick trying hard. Serpico Harayan threading through, starting to hit the line hard. And then came Mamma Mia and out wide Semi Breve. Gladstone Grande in front, 100 to go. Serpico trying hard with aisle 2, but Gladstone Grande in front. Gladstone Grande won. Aisle 2 second, Semi Breve I'd say third.
That run would have done her the world of good, and I think she can progress through her career. She looks to have her talent. She's had some certainly good performances in the last preparation as well. So Made in Italy and Semi Breve, the two to follow from Kembla Grange.
Well, it was Dubbo Cup Day, Sunday the 28th of September, a big 10-race card, run under warm conditions on a good 4 track. Massive crowd on hand, Kian. It was a marathon.
Brilliant day.
We made our way through it. We found a couple of horses that we can follow coming out of the meeting. Of course, the cup was taken out by Crystal Clear, big group of owners. Our horses didn't get the job done today, but a win won't be too far away for them, and yours comes up in race number 4.
Yeah, Territory Style, a horse who looked really sharp at the trials over the 1,000 metres, was on debut, paraded well, did everything you want to see for a horse on debut, but just have a watch, very outsped when those gates opened.
Chapelicious after Race to Arms, Chapelicious Race to Arms just in front, Race to Arms I think it just lasted to beat Yagas Nitzel, and Race to Arms I think just beaten Yagasnakel, and on the outside Chapelicious. They've been followed in by Territory Style.
So as you can see, it was a very fast run race. I really love the late work that this horse did. He's going to take a lot of benefit out of A, fitness, and B, just the experience of coming here to the races, and perhaps he can recapture some of that tactical speed that he had in the trial for his next start.
Yeah, probably get up in trip as well, 1,200 metres next time, I'm sure. The Cavs will place him very, very well, and a win won't be too far away. My horse to follow comes up out of the following event. It's a horse by the name of Lays About, trained by Wayne Wilkes. Now, he was no match for Ondele today, who's a very impressive type. She's unbeaten. She's 2 from 2, but I thought he did a really good job here. He was first up for about 5 or 6 months. He had no trial leading into this. He's chased a race-fit, progressive type. He does a good job. He ultimately finishes second.
Coming down the outside there was Lays About with a good run. Bush Warrior, the extreme outside. Down below the 200 metres they come, and Ondele was the leader. Lays About followed then by Bush Warrior. Ondele's going well. Lays About followed by Bush Warrior, and late was Frankie Shout, but Ondele goes home to win here. Lays About will get second.
I thought he was really good there. It was 1,300 first up, no trial. He's only had 6 starts. They thought enough of him earlier this year to send him around in the heat of the country championship. So he's always been a really nice type. And off that effort today, chasing home Ondele, whose name I just love saying, and I'll say it a few more times. It was a really good performance. So I think it can be followed going forward. Lays About, Wayne Wilkes, he does a great job with his team, and a win won't be too far away. So the 2 horses Kian and I have got to follow out of Dubbo Cup Day, Territory Style and Lays About.
Port Macquarie races, Sunday the 28th of September. It was Port Macquarie Prelude Day. We had beautiful conditions on track, run a good 4 surface, rail out in the 3 metre position. typically paid somewhat on speed. We saw a couple make a bit of ground late in the day, but you found one you like in race 1 though.
Yeah, Nevaeh, she was on debut. We were both keen on her. She settles leaders back in the Australian bloodstock colours. She doesn't get a lot of galloping room for the majority of the straight.
To the 200 metres, it's Avon Lee just in front. Vadatse issuing the challenge. Zeus Apollo 3 deep, and on the outside was She's a Wild One. She's a Wild One and Avon Lee. She's a Wild One in front over Avon Lee. Avon Lee kicking back, and Avon Lee kicks back to win. The Simple Life second, a great go for third. You've got Nevaeh.
Just think she was a little timid. She didn't have a lot of room over the final stages, but I love the way she kept working to the line. I think she'll improve with the run under her belt. She had a bit of improvement to come in the yard, and she'd been trialling up really well prior to that debut run.
Yeah, she certainly had, and I agree with you. She was a little bit soft through the midsection, so that debut run will bring her along nicely. I found one I liked in race 2. It's Invincible Whip. He was first up for the new stable. He was a fair while off the scene. His trial was okay, and today I thought he was pretty good. He just lost his position around the back and probably took him out of the race early.
Into the straight to the 350. El Beetle leads a length and a quarter. Starola is second, followed on the outside now by BB. Mr. Damage behind those from Mystic Way, but it's still El Beetle in front. Leads by a length and a half. Invincible Whip striding up along the inside, but El Beetle is too good. El Beetle racing away, wins by 2. Invincible Whip second.
All in all, I thought he'd done a great job there. It was leader dominated. He spotted them a fair way at the top of the straight and closed off nicely to finish second. So I think he's definitely one you want to follow moving forward.
Yeah, he's another one that had a bit of improvement to come naturally after having so long off the scene. Okay, so my horse to follow out of the Port Macquarie meeting is Nevaeh.
And Invincible Whip.
Hope you enjoyed the program this week, and we look forward to doing it all again next time around, and hopefully you found more than a few winners out of the program this week.